And hello everybody, welcome to the channel. We are a little bit flustered today. I apologise. I am fighting time today. It always is the case on a Tuesday when I talk to the microphone. Always end up chasing time a little bit when I'm across the other side of the county and I have to make my way back, and it's a little bit of a drama. So I did well tonight, managed to get the car filled up and get home and get sorted. So the only thing is then I'm rushing and everything is sort of out of place. So just bear with me a couple of seconds while I just get this organised. I've got this pint of juice that I know I'm just going to knock over if I carry on doing what I'm doing. So I'm just going to make this safe. And whilst I was doing that, I nearly knocked it over again. Oh my God. So Tuesday night's a nightmare. But it's the way it is. Right, so I'm hoping you've got sound. I can't hear any sound. I've got a really tight mouse cable which isn't helping me anything. Hey there, Scampy. I've seen somebody else as well. Brenton, welcome Brenton. Yeah, Brenton's just followed on Twitch. Thank you very much, sir. Now I just need to make sure you guys have got audio. PS Game Feed, yeah, you've got it. You've got audio. You should be hearing me. And if I do the wheel thing, we can hear that and you can hear that, and that's all good. Excellent. So massive shout out to JB for sending me a brand new skin. It would be good to go and get that now whilst I'm remembering, and then we'll get the server set up, because that's the important thing on these nights, isn't it? Hey, welcome Chris. Hey, no problem Chris, you're a gentleman. Thank you very much. You're a good man. And you're going to have a fantastic holiday anyway, so you love it. Now there's a thing. Has anybody seen or heard from Ryan? Cheers, Scampy. I haven't seen or heard from Ryan in days. I'm hoping we find him, or he finds us. There we go. There it is. It looks like it's going to be... Oh, that one's already added. Is it? No, it's not. This is the new one. This is the new one. It's that one and that one. And then we will sort that on Friday, because we used that on Friday's race. But we've got that. Thank you, JB. Driver pack. Everybody that's interested in the Le Mans 24-hour race. The driver pack is just in sort of testing, formulating, making sure I've got everything in right. I've got to add more stuff to it, so that's going to be a little bit of extra work tonight after I've finished. I think it's important we make things certain things clear. So, for example, race times in the different zones. So you've got Europe, UK, and America. And we need racers to know where times are without having them calculating. So if they've got a table to run a finger down and confirm, then that's going to be how it works. I'm good, Brenton. Thank you, sir. Hope you're okay. Well, this is going. I need to get the chat room up and running. I need to find out if I've got a charger for my... That's brilliant. I'm just looking at the chat. Not the chat that you've got, but the chat in the PSN network. Oh, it's brilliant. JB has replied to a question and said, yes, it is. But it's come out as, yes, titties. That's brilliant. Oh, and then someone says, someone else on your... And then says just, okay, jugs. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, I need to get the chat done and I need to do this. I apologise. I got a joke as well. It's a real dad joke, so let's see how it goes. It's a family audience. I'm well aware of that. What has a refrigerator and a butthole got in common? And if it's too rude, I apologise. I'm glad you can hear me. 6, it's late morning, south, grid start, slowest first, 747. We've got the tightest start line here, haven't we, today? So, nobody got the joke? No, everybody's mulling it over. Everybody's thinking about it. Okay, the fridge doesn't fart when you take the meat out. Oh, that's just too bad. But I that tickled me today. That had me chuckling. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But it did have me laughing, and I was like, yeah, that's good. Like that. Because I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect it. Didn't expect it, and it was just like, oh, it's brilliant. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons because I'm chuckling. Oh, that's great. Right, server's up. Everybody can enjoy the server. Everybody's going to get in with the chat. I'll put the speaker chat on. I just need to... Because I've got all this extra stuff here now with all this extra. I've got to... We've got foot cam as well, haven't we? I've just got to put the lights on for that. I've somehow got to find a charger for my phone. There's loads of people. Big Bad Barry has now joined from 420. We're going to be at 2 server status, aren't we, soon? Oh my. 420 are going to be... It's going to be half a server of 420s. Oh my. But they're going to enjoy the racing, so there we go. Right, I've got to just get a charger. Bear with me 1 second. Somebody entered the chat. I don't know who that was. It was big and loud. It was Azza. How you doing, mate?
I'm okay.
Good. I've got to find a way to get down to this plug. Somebody else has just entered the zone. Not good scrabbling around on the floor.
Yo, Slippy. Yo.
My printer just come back alive. Not good. Not going to work.
My fan's not coming through too loud on the microphone, is it?
You what? Can't hear you.
I said, my fan is oh, God's sake.
Oh, just as I'm on my knees. Just as I'm on my knees there. That's brilliant. Right.
It's not too loud though, is it?
No, mate. It's one of those. I thought you'd be at the football tonight.
I was actually just about to say I've been watching Tottenham v City because obviously if City lose, Arsenal have got a chance of winning the league. And oh my God, I'm as nervous if not more than watching an Arsenal game. Jesus Christ.
I know that feeling. Right, just while the guys get settled in on the chat, it looks like we have got another 420 racer entered. We're going to struggle tonight, guys. I think there's going to be some people that expect to come and race, and they're not going to be able to. And unfortunately, it looks like we might have to probably maybe ask some people to step aside. I wasn't aware that more people would arrive, so unless there's a way we can run 2 servers and make it more friendly, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I definitely need a slot for Big Popper. We'll just have to see what does. That's all because the lady loves milk tray. Where's the Porsche? Why can't I see it? Why am I so blind? Put it in order of last used and it will go right to the front. No, 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 Big Popper. You take your time. You don't rush in the conditions that you have. So, welcome, Stephen Ball. How are you doing, my friend? Are you on your way in? Stephen Ball. That's got to be Mr. Ball, who normally comes in as Pink Queen. Whoa. Oh, the chat is in both windows, so that's great. I'll see the chat everywhere. Is the chat on screen? No, it isn't. Let me change over to foot cam. With foot cam, we can have the chat on, but the chat goes on the top of the other chat, which is no good. Oh. We'll move that off for now. We don't need the chat on stream, do we? We'll turn that off for now. Happy days. Ooh. Right, let's go out and... It's 8:48. We're not expecting Big Papa till 9:15. We'll see who joins. Kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 420s. We should be okay. I don't think... It might be Gibfish that might not get a seat. We just have to see where is. So we'll see. Different Steve. Well, if that's the case, welcome Steve. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you with us. Enjoy the racing. But I do know another Stephen Ball, and I'm 100% you're not going to be the Stephen Ball I do know, because Stephen Ball's probably in his late 60s now, and he's an accountant, and so we'll go from there. But no, welcome, my friend. The internet's a small place, you never know. Let's have a look at settings. There isn't a lot we can change here. I'm definitely not running on hards. Mediums will have to possibly be the starting point. If everybody knows, we have variable downforce. You can adjust your downforce as you see fit. And are we going to go low downforce, or are we going to go for grip? It's an interesting call. We need top speed, don't we? But we also need cornering prowess here. So let's go with that. Let's see what that does for us. And then assists. Traction control 1, weak ABS, counter steer off. He hopes. And we'll see what it does. So as I said on the video last night, we have 8 teams now, it looks like, entered. Just about to compile a full team list. There's Seb, extremely fast driver. We also have the full 4-window race rig set up now. This is the first of the races with every screen in place. And I am 100% surrounded by digital gubbins. It's quite frightening. I've placed another order for parts. The next upgrades are on the way, because I realise I've got some things that need improving. Monitor position is the next thing we need to improve, because I can't see the fuel consumption and fuel to go at the bottom of the screen now. So I need to move the monitors up, but I haven't got a way of doing that very quickly, so GT Amiga have just released some monitor mounts, quick release monitor mounts for the prime rigs. So I will be purchasing at least 3 of those, I think. Maybe 4. We might as well have one for every screen, haven't we? And then we should be able to move the monitors around fairly swiftly, make adjustments good. I'm also going to get the diffusers for the screens so that it merges the images and gets rid of the blending between the, so it makes the blending between the screens. I've got narrow profile screen edges, so that's not going to be so much of a problem, but you're still going to get a centimetre gap between screens, so if I can blur that out, that's going to be great. Wind generator, or wind simulator as Mr. Lovett would call it. I'm halfway to getting my design together for 3D printing one. I've just got my fans and I need to get a fan controller. So I'm going to do a manual wind simulator. I'm not going to do one that's linked to a PC or linked through SimHub. Not now. I'm just going to get a dial and use it for cooling rather than simulating wind. But that's a relatively cheap mod. So those are going to happen over the next couple of weeks. We'll also get some stuff in the post from GT Amiga as well for prizes for the 24-hour race. So that's all good. We'll see how that goes. We need to see where we're going to be on lap time against these guys, and then we can back it down and just chill our way into this race and not be too heavily stressed. You know we have that problem. We're only going to get 10 laps. 10 laps is going to be just under 20 minutes. So it looks like we're on a 3-stopper because the fuel is not going to last. So on a 3-stopper, real soft speed of ticket. Yeah, it says 7.8. We're on 3, so it's going to be 10 laps. It's going to be 18 minutes or so. Publicly discussing strategy. What a shame. What can you do? Biggest situations we're going to have here are going to be the first chicane, second chicane, third corner, fourth corner, fifth chicane, etc. No, generally off the start line, the first trouble is going to be the big chicane, isn't it? And then it's going to fan out into a line. Big JB! JB's in the house. I should have waited for JB before I did the joke, shouldn't I really? You heard it. You'd already know that one though, wouldn't you? Yeah, about 12 years. Okay. About what? Okay. That's not bad when you were on 2 quid to start with. That's like 250%. Well done. That's all right, man. It's all right. That'll pay for your petrol to and from your weekend job. Yeah, and your violin. Makes hell of a clatter, that violin. We need to take a moment and see where we are with see where we are with entries. We don't need to be having server problems. I'm going to have to check the message board for anybody that wants to join that hasn't been able to get in. Just let the car run loose there, didn't we? JB's in. Don't use the R8, he says. He loves that R8. That feels fairly good, but it's... Sam's kicking out some lappage down to 36 or 7. Yeah, I'm going to get 10 laps. Which is going to probably put me just in 3-stop range. I'm going to be slow, aren't I? You didn't. That means you weren't listening to the stream either. Did you not hear my joke then? Did you not hear the joke? Oh, there was a there was a classic cracker joke. You know, the old Christmas cracker type. What's the difference between a fridge and a butthole? A butthole. The fridge doesn't fart when you take the meat out. See it? Gotta laugh. Gotta laugh. Gotta laugh. It was live twice. I had to repeat it on air. You don't repeat jokes. It's terrible, isn't it? Now Seb's left the room, look. Seb's soap and stuff. There's no comments from the audience, so we're good. I didn't offend anybody. We got 14 viewers on the stream. Holy hell. How many likes? There's only 3. They obviously didn't like the joke the second time either. So the regulars haven't arrived yet. Oh my lord. I know, there's 6 of them. It's alright. We're not outnumbered yet. Big Steve doesn't get the joke. It's alright, Sam will come round and demonstrate. Don't tempt. That's the one. I don't know where I do know where I heard that, and it came from a really inappropriate source. It's inappropriate source. It came from somebody you wouldn't expect it from. It's classic, brilliant. Right, I need to go and change tyres, and we need to put in a hottie, and then we'll do what we need to do. 15 minutes till potential arrival, but no sooner. Not volunteering for audience participation. That's good, that's good. The sliced ham is staying exactly where it is. Sam is parking up between... I think they're the Lesmos, aren't they? Those 2 corners? Okie dokie. Did I... Is it? No, the Lesmos are at Suzuka. Those 2 corners are... Oh, my brain fails me. No, it's the Degmas. It's the Degmas at Suzuka. They are Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. Definitely. Yes. This up here is Curva Grande. And I sat on the right-hand side there when I went to the Grand Prix. Just behind that... just behind that Marshall box. Although I don't think that Marshall box was that big when I I also sat on the left-hand side here on qualifying day. I sat opposite the entrance of pit lane underneath that third bracket, that third grandstand. Seb's having issues, he will be back shortly, no problem at all. He had to go to the fridge. I was supposed to go in the pits and change tyres, but I was reminiscing about the Grand Prix, wasn't I? I need to stop. I'm only on medium, Sam, so don't expect peak performance. Maybe if you follow me for a couple of laps, you'll understand the pace the other people will run, and you won't cause so much trouble trying to get past them. Just don't know where you get the speed out the corner from. That's mental crazy. Hello? Mork calling awesome. I bet none of you remember that. I bet none of you know what that's about. Except Big Popper, he'll know what that is. Straddle the sausage, Scampster. Straddle the sausage. Right, we're going to go to the pits this time. How many laps did we get? We've got 3 laps left, which will be just bob on for the softies. We haven't improved our time since lap 3, so we won't refuel. We'll do 2 fast ones and then that'll be us. We're 8th on mediums, which just isn't good. I'm a second behind JB. I expect to be a second behind JB, to be honest. He's that fast. And I've been told today also what the problem is with my steering wheel. Yes. Fanatec is the right answer. It is a issue with the Fanatec side of things. So I have missed an update, but the update I have missed was on page 8 of the driver page. They didn't put it at the front and say here's a hot fix that everybody needs. They hid it on page 8. Yeah. So there's a hot fix that they supplied about 10 days ago, which I need to still install. I haven't had a chance. But the reason it resets rather than disconnects now is because they have slightly boo-booed with the process. Some people said thermal cutout. It's not thermal cutout. It's something slightly different. But it's the PlayStation reset function that happens within the PlayStation, supposedly. There's a sleep function that happens whether you've got it on or not. And it, you know, when somebody said it to me the other day, have you turned your controller off? Because your controller has an automatic sleep function at approximately an hour. And the automatic sleep function is what's turning the wheel off. Supposedly. Believe it or not. David, thank you for subscribing. Very much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel. So yeah, it's a sleep function that's inherent in the PlayStation. Supposedly, if you interpret what it says amongst all the chat. They're trying to prove that at the minute, but they've released an update which I need to apply. Which we will see if that is actually the case. See if we can put in a semi-decent lap without having any issues or bursting into tears or getting emotional. We're arriving at the corner a lot quicker than we were. Mr. Ball, how are you, sir? Excellent. living the dream, one would say, living the dream. It's had its moments, so on Sunday night we had some cutouts, but they're not resets, they're resets rather than turn-offs now, and I was just explaining why. It's supposedly a built-in sleep function within the PlayStation that turns controllers off that haven't been used for an hour, so it's detecting it's got the wheel, but it's not detecting it's being used, bizarrely. So there's an update I need to apply and I haven't had the opportunity yet. I'll do it tonight after the race. But it'll have killed me a couple of times, won't it, between now and then, so. See if we're any faster. Yeah, we moved up 1.4 seconds quicker, but we still remain at the same place. Fabulous. Thank you, Mr. Ball. Appreciated. The other Mr. Ball has arrived now. So we're going to be slow in this race. It looks like everybody's going 0 downforce. Best not think too much, Mr. Ball. Could be tragic results. That would explain why they're going so much quicker. I wonder what the car's like on 0 downforce. I don't think I can do 10 laps on soft tyres. What I might do though is adjust some brake force. See if we can. We'll have to get some fuel. Here's Fatman in the 40. Give you a bump draft into it, Pits. 9:09, 6 minutes remaining before. I should probably go and check how many people are in the. Is anybody not in the lobby yet? Not in on the track, or is everybody on the track? It doesn't matter. I'll go and look. It doesn't matter. Well, we don't know. We don't know, Scampy. It's still under investigation. There's a certain amount of guesswork going on, but that's the belief. So. It's what they're investigating at the moment. This hot fix should provide some level of fix. So I should probably take a moment to connect my laptop up, get the update and do it, shouldn't I? Probably should do that now, but what if I update it, plug it in and then it bricks the wheel and I can't race? I've got a working wheel which I can manage as long as it doesn't trip out while I'm going around the corner. If it trips out on the straight, we're good. It looks like somebody else having a moment. I haven't got a count. Sounded like Sam's just took us to the toilet with him. I see. So my fastest is a 150.181. Sam's fastest is a 147. I need to skip a pit stop and be the same speed as him somehow. I need to be dragging a trailer full of fuel. The car doesn't feel fast, does it? It doesn't feel like it's got. It doesn't feel like it's got the va-va-voom. Still cutting it fine though, isn't it, for penalties? He's still brushing the wall, one would say. Oh, who's that in front? That looks like Mr. Fatman again. Right, we're going to do one more lap, see if we can get a quickie in. And then we will go and check lobby status and see if there's anybody trapped outside that wants to get in. Popper's on his way. He's given us a 9:15 arrival at the earliest. I don't think we're driving the Porsche 911 RSR, Mr. Scamster. It's the weapon of choice for Tuesday night GR3 League. It just doesn't feel like a weapon today. It feels like a blunderbuss, if that's a weapon, a rather poor weapon. There was a time when it felt really good, but we've aged and moved on a bit. Need to get this car dancing and skipping and moving like Sally on a Saturday night at the restaurant. Needs to be right on the edge, doesn't it? That man is just stretching the legs away from me, I think. It is, but in my world it feels like it's got air brakes on, which is probably the downforce. What I probably should do is I should probably turn the wheel off just before we start the race and turn it back on again. So there we are, fractionally quicker. We don't catch JB. That's going to be 10th place in warm-up. I think I'm good at this point. So let's have a look. We have 14 in the lobby. Big Popper to come 15. There is one spare seat, which I think is going to be Mr. Gibfish if he joins us. He did ask if he could join. I think JB's going to get a good smoke in whilst he's having a go now. I'm pretty sure he will. So what are we going to do today? Are we going to run mediums or are we going to run softs? If I run softs, I've got to do 15 minutes. So I'm going to do 3-stop softs. 3-stop softs? Or 2-stop mediums? I think we've got to be quicker. I think we've got to be quick and we've got to put the time in. I think we're going softs. I think that's where the world says we need to be. So let's just jump on track and have a shouty. Is there anybody that hasn't? So we got BKR 420, Seb 420, Big Bad Barry. We haven't met Big Bad Barry. 420 Motorsport is the 420 Motorsport. Who's got Helmet Racer from 420 and Heathens in from 420. So it's good representation. Big Bad Barry's just dropped to the bottom. He's changing cars. So there's a couple of guys that are still going to be selecting cars because they're joining halfway through. But there's no drama. So let's go and have a look on track. Let's try and catch people. No, that's going to be Slippery. He's having a moment with his fanage. Oh, that's what it'll be. So there's Sam. Sam is electrically quick, let's suggest. He is again trying to perfect the lap before we do it. So, and I'm going to say this out loud, the Lexus, not a particularly fast car, but Sam's finding a way to make it fast. So BKR 420, he's been with us a couple of 3 weeks now in the Mazda. But I'm going to say this as well about BKR. Not his car of choice, I think. I think he chose that specifically for Daytona, not realising he'd be stuck with it for the rest of the season. But he's doing well. He's very fast. Slippery Bandit, noisy tonight. He's got his fan on, and we're lucky to have him because he'd normally be at the football, being at the end of the season. But he's in the Jag, which he turned that in very quickly, didn't he? Which third fastest at this point. That's pretty good. 420 Motorsport in what looks like Peugeot. It is the Peugeot again. Stuck with a car he probably wouldn't have wanted to race all season, but he's, well, props to him, he's doing all right. BB has joined us from the Netherlands. He's a competitor in a team from what's going to be for the 420 race. He's hosting 2 teams, which is going to be fabulous. And he's making that GT500 car look extremely quick. Heathen Spirit 420. I know he won't mind me saying this, but he took me out at Daytona accidentally. He's changed cars by the looks of it. He's in the Porsche. Or was he in the Porsche at Daytona? I can't remember. Nah, we were in different cars, weren't we? Yes. So he's actually become a full-fledged member of 420 this last couple of weeks. And a very respectful driver, and I know he didn't take me out deliberately, so good on you, Chris. Fat Man, what can we say? He's chosen an absolute dog of a car, and he's actually making it move. He's actually making it move, which is good to say. He's making that thing look fast. So JB, normally an Audi fan, but he's in the Mercedes this time round. It sounds great, that car. Doesn't sound fast though. It looks a lot faster than it sounds. Mr. Ball, classically coloured in pink, as ever. It's got something about pink. Mr. Ball likes a bit of pink, I think, is what they say. Oh, is it mauve? It's mauve, isn't it? Mauve and pink. He doesn't fear the pink. I think that is what he's trying to say. Well, JB took it further than it needed to be. And Helmet Racer 420. This looks like a new entry in the Porsche. That's correct. Yeah. So he's new to the channel, but he's part of the 420 team. Welcome him along with open arms. It's great to have these guys around us. And it's great to have such a team coming to want to join and race with us. So, good stuff. There's BB appeared in 6 again. So I'm going the wrong way, obviously. No, I'm not. We got down to Mr. Ball, Heathen, back to me who's in the pits. Az hasn't left the pits. Az is there in the 420. In the, I said 420, which is wrong. He's in the Mazda. And Big Popper has landed. So this is JB's opportunity to go and get a smoke while Big Popper gets a couple of laps in. Happy days. We didn't see Big Daddy Barry. Now we can see Big Daddy Barry. Because people nip in and out of the pits, we don't always get to see him. But that's an interesting looking skin, isn't it? He's in the Supra, by the looks of it. It's the GR Supra 20, I think. That'll be rather quick, one suggests. But I like the... yeah. Yeah, it might be difficult, because not forgetting today's weather conditions are the heat of the day. So it's going to be hot, damn hot. So we've just had the go from Big Popper. So if everybody is ready and listening, we will get the 10-second warning going. Everybody get your qualification tyres on. Just make sure you do it. I hope I've covered everybody. I'll just have a run down the list. I think so. There's 14 of us. No, there looks like 15. Mr. Ball has popped in the bottom. Big Popper's in at 8. We didn't do Big Popper, did we? Big Popper's in the 458 Italia. And I think he's just there in the distance. He is. You'll notice because he's in the fastest livery. So I'm just going to get my qualifying tyres on and make sure we've got them right. and then we'll give you all the 10-second warning, and then we're good to go. And hopefully the 420 guys have actually got the stream on or the listening, because then they'll get the notice. But I'm going to hit the start qualifying button. Chris, are you in the audio? He's not, is he? We've got nobody from 420 in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and no Big Popper. We've got 8, no Big Poppers, so we'll have to do a bit of comms with Big Popper. 15 people in the lobby is quite impressive. Right, folks, 10-second warning. We're going to start to go to qualifying. Should I type it first? I think I probably should. I think I should probably start it. I hate this. JB's done it already, but I'll spell it correctly. You did, but I hate this typing thing. So hopefully that would have told them they're all going to put the tyres on. No, we don't do that. It doesn't mean anything to anybody. Do your lap in qualifying. Keep it to yourself. Keep your private 36-second laps private. Hey Max, welcome to the channel. I didn't get out first. Sam got out before me, and JB. Normally I get free air, and I noticed they're crossing the white line before they're allowed. That's a rule break, 5-second penalty at the start line for them. They get demoted 5 places. I couldn't keep up with anyway to get the slipstream. That's a ridiculous thing to suggest. Such a slow car in second gear. It's only 10-minute quali, so it's 2 laps. 2 laps in lap, and then 1 lap flyer by the sound of it. That would really ruin it for it, wouldn't it? I don't need a PS keyboard. No. No. I do actually, don't I? I've not got room for another keyboard. I think I lost Seb. Seb from behind me is back right out. He has. Hey, Mr. Zaka, how's it going? Mr. Az? Yeah, another keyboard would be just terrific. I'll have to double stack them. I'm going to brake. I need to press that brake pedal harder. Get one that plugs into the game. But no, that's a tiny thing. I need one. I can type about 80 words a minute on a normal keyboard, so I just need another keyboard now. I'm ridiculously stupid fast on a keyboard, but it comes with the job. And also from gaming late at night when you can't see the keyboard, you learn to type with your eyes closed. play lots of games that require lots of text and chat. But doing it on the old... No, Babe Station isn't a game, you're 100% correct. But it's not an affair, right? I'm not cheating on your love, it's Babe Station. So currently we're third, which is alright. We're not doing so bad. It's about to get emotional though, I do know that. Utilise the coast where possible. Sammy's a 1:47.019, just outside the 46s, and we go the fastest lap of the night for us. Now we've got to be careful because we're going to be sucking down the old slipstream here. We're going to be stupidly quicker than we should be. So Seb's dived in deep. He backed out of it though. I did leave him room, so he just kind of messed with my lap. But he was carrying too much speed. He went straight to the pits. He's not having a good time. Hasn't put, well, he's got second place in, hasn't he? Where he is. He's going to just revert to the pits, try and put fuel in, or is that going to be enough for him? Does he think he's made his quali run? That's going to be an interesting choice. We're in fifth, which... We've got a tank slapper on there. We've lost the gap to JB, so different area code or IP. I felt good through there, but JB snuck away. I've lost his draft. Stop softs, it's never going to happen. I'm going to run out of fuel. I'm going to see if I can get another set of softs on, not take any fuel, and see if I can, so it's not cheating. Must be a conversation with a different person. haven't. When it's not quite got the heat of the afternoon. I hope there's nobody on the left. Right, so we've got 3:49 to get round. And get a flying lap in. Should be good. Babe Station. Oh, I see what you mean. I got you. Didn't have a clue where you were going with that. I was on to the next conversation. Sorry, yeah, got you. Change IP address. Yeah, unfortunately the house has got a fixed IP address with this new internet, and she knows all about IP addresses. So I'm never going to get away with that one. IP and addresses, that's what I certainly do. I was said that out loud, should I? Okay. So we're down at 8th. That's getting even worse. This last lap needs to be an absolute screamer. It's extremely hard to keep up with the chat. So behind us is the new guy, and I think he's catching up me down here. So he's going to probably ruin my turn 1, because he's going to be able to catch the draft and be able to make it to the corner before me. I think that's obvious that's going to happen. 2:15, I could get 2 goes at this then. He's coming. He needs to blow past me all the way and then not be in my braking zone when I want to brake. There we go. I've just hit the grass, which is never going to end out good, is it? I've got to get round and put this lap in. Oh, that's a bum hole. I've talked about bum holes too often tonight. Shouldn't be doing that. Ah, how did you hit the grass there? I was trying to wander away from his back end, so I didn't open him up. Excuse the front. No, that's wrong. Didn't want to hit him in the back door. Get round quickly. Chasing. It's going to be very close. The grip on the tyres would have been excellent here. Sorry, shouldn't be there, should I? Seconds to the start line. I think we'll be fine. Get one more in. Then we're going, down a 10th. JB slips one in. BB's ahead of me now. 36 seconds to make it back to the start line. We really need to 46.830, that's ridiculous. Need to ban it. That's epic. 46.8. He's been practicing all week for that. On Babe Station. That was a terrible turn 1 and turn 2. Was just going too much, too fast into there. No, she don't watch me. She doesn't watch. She likes Inspector Poirot more than watching me. We had to brake there, we've lost the traction on the left-hand tyre. This is going to be well out of time. You're welcome, Big Papa. I don't think we've improved our time. Look, we're red. Sam goes even quicker. Sam goes even quicker. And we're down at 10. And that's a 50. Not good. Not good. Dear. So BB just slides up one. That's very good. It could have gone better. I got my second lap ruined at turn 1 at the chicane. Nobody's fault, that's just the way it happens. I ruined my next hot lap by messing up turn 1, and I ruined my final flying lap by messing up turn 1. I think we know where the problem is. Driver error. Which isn't a problem, is it? I'm going to flick over to the foot cam screen now, because the chat should be up there and it won't interfere with much. He says. Uh-oh. It's always reverse grid, sir. Always reverse grid. Oh. Right, let's have a quick run through the results. Big Popper's going to be taking photographs of these, but if I don't do this, I'll cut him off and start the race. So, Sam gets pole. An unbelievably quick 1:46.421. He's 1.5 seconds a lap quicker than Seb, which, no disrespect to anybody else, but Sam, you're on another planet. BKR gets third within 0.3 of a second, 0.25. 420 Motorsport get the next two places. 420 Motorsport and Big Bad Barry gets fourth and fifth, and they're within 2 seconds of Sam, just 0.019 away from each other. Slippery Bandit, the second of the non-420s, is 2 seconds off Sam's time, but half a second within the front. So you've literally got the first 8 within 1 second of each other, so that's pretty good. Well, the first, second to 8. Helmet Racer in 7, 2.3 seconds behind Sam, but only 0.9 behind Seb. BB gets onto the front page, 2.5 seconds behind Sam. JB leads the second half of the grid, 2.8 seconds behind Sam with a 1:49. I slip in somewhere behind JB, just almost 0.2, over 0.2 behind him. Fat Man in 11 struggling with that difficult car. Again, inside a 150. Mr. Ball in the pink machine, 149. 149.9. As just outside the 150s, with a 150.2. In 13th, Heathen, a 150.3. And Big Popper at the back after his second place finish, or third place finish last week. So, well, if you're not going to get pole, or you're not going to get in the top 5 and win the points, what's the best way to go about this race? Reverse grid and try a run off the front. So the 420s are all going to come flooding through, aren't they? Almighty Dutch, thank you for the follow. That should take me to 90 followers on the Twitch. Thank you. The innuendos are flowing tonight, I'm afraid, yes. So all we're waiting on now is Big Popper for his shout out. Yeah, it is that. But you could have got a little bit of practice in, my friend. You didn't have to call it so quick and say get it going. You can get your practice now. We know you're quick enough being oh, doesn't it? But please, guys, when we do reverse the grid, don't get frustrated. When you're the faster guys and you get frustrated through the field, just chill out and go with it. You'll get to the front. It'll happen. Don't put the pressure on others when you feel the pressure yourself, if you see what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a much wider circuit than Atlanta. It's got bigger, longer straights. It's got not so many tighter corners, and I think we should have some room. So we're ready for Big Popper now. So if everybody wants to put the race tyres on, which I haven't thought what we're going to do yet. I think that might be a mistake, but we'll go with it. Right, gentlemen, race is starting. I don't have to text that it's going, do I? Do I have to put it on screen that we're going to start race? No, I've got to, haven't I? I've got to. There's nobody in the chat, so... That's a bit unfair. Keep it in, Mr. Slippery, keep it in. It's fine. No, the fuel just won't do it, my friend. The fuel will only do 10 laps. Right, it's all go, go, go. Good luck, gentlemen. It's a standing start. Get your foot on the brakes. The penalties will be allowed. No, there's just not enough fuel. The fuel will only go 10 laps, so... It is Monza. It's the Mecca of motorsport in Italy. It's a phenomenal course. It's underrated in Gran Turismo. Look at that. Lobby of 15. Second time this season. 2-stop minimum, yeah. I've got to work out the fact that I'm on mediums. That came from behind. I saw somebody going tight at me inside. I've had to leave room. I'm not feeling terribly confident about this. Tragedy, I think. JB broke free. That was just JB accelerating, was it? Always going to be a tricky start, that first lap. Always going to be a bit of a challenge. So really we've got to look at the fuel and see where that's going. Zaka, I think, has entered the room for a good bit of a view. He's come to use the spectator slot, I would suggest. See you, Sam. I saw the sign, I opened up the eyes, I saw the sign, life's demanding, without understanding. Ace of Base, was that? Sorry, Chris. You lifted mid-corner. Didn't expect you to do that. Seb has just made it past Sam by the looks of it. So what I've got a little bit of difficulty is because I've moved my monitors around and reset my rig up, I've actually covered up the fuel level. And I can't see the fuel level with my steering wheel where it is, so if I have to lean forward and move about, please excuse me from showing you my top of my skull. We've got 7.7 laps remaining, so we're on for 10 laps. Hopefully the tyres are going to hold out. Right, we're up against another Porsche. The only difference could be here is okay. The only difference then is downforce settings between the two of us. So I'm going to be carrying a lot of speed. And there's somebody, Seb's coming up my rear. Seb's made it on the inside. I'm going to try and leave him room, but he's got a force around the outside. He's got past one. That was great driving by Seb. I was tight into there. Couldn't back out of there quite so much. That was great driving. I'll do the honourable thing if he gets alongside me next time. I've had to run the blocking line, but I think he's going to make his way quicker through there, so I'll back out of it. There he is. He's through. I had to run the holding line. I couldn't not. The way I came off that corner. Lesmo number one negotiated quite easily through the slipstream of the car. Really does take the downforce away. That's all right. Let's keep with him. It's another one of those circuits where that car can excel. It's quite quick in a straight line. I don't know whether we can get superior draft speed. I don't know. I don't know whether we can close in. Maybe, maybe not. Seem to want to close in. Tyres looking good. Fuel is around about the 66% mark. I can't see it. 62%, not bad for a visual guess. Absolutely charging in that 420 Motorsport. Sam's with him as well, so if Sam's listening and knows what's going to happen at the next corner, because I'm not going to be able to hold him back, and I shouldn't have to hold him back. So if Sam is ready, I'll get on the brakes at the 150. There was never going to be any holding Sam back there. I could have run the blocking line as I did against Mr. Seb, but it wasn't going to work for me. I came off the corner too wide for Seb, so, and he got back to the inside line, so I just had to stay where I was, but he broke down the inside anyway, so no drama. It all worked out. Didn't delay either of them. I'm in my own race. .420's just going to hold Sam up here because he lost space through there. There's a penalty as well. That's going to be given up next lap. And 420 is... oh, there's somebody who's already had a penalty. Big Bad Barry got struck with a penalty. And Sam's just trying to hold the line. 420's going to the pits, is he? No, he's just held the tight line. It's hard work, isn't it? Oh, 420 Motorsports picked up another second penalty there. Sam's got to have the line and he's got to be able to break free here. Got to be able to. Just trying to hold my own here. We got BKR 420 behind me now. Wanting to come through. Sam looks like he's managing to make his way round them though. Now if I'm thinking right, there's going to be people looking to make a pit stop fairly soon. 4 minutes away I would have thought. Oh, 420's rear tyres have got to have gone. That's got to explain his rear end slippage. I'm not going to get in BKR's way. If BKR's going to come faster, he's going to take the inside line and I'll let him have it. I'm just going to use the racing line. And then pick up the corner naturally. And he's going to get back on the gas quicker and get the slip. So I'm moving backwards, which we kind of expected. He needs to nip back into the slipstream if he wants to pass. Or he's got to brake harder, faster, later. Braking on the 150. Very gentlemanly. Ooh-y. The back end decided it was going to have a moment. Now is BKR going to take the dive? I think he is. I can't resist that. The noise of that car is just insane. If you have that in front of you and the Mercedes behind you, there's got to be some form of innuendo that works well for that noise. It'll be like, oh, what was the radio channel on Max and Paddy? Was it called Bolton FM or something? And I'll come to the reason why. It comes in your ears, doesn't it? Bolton FM was the logo. The Mazda and the Mercedes would be... Can't remember the name of the radio channel. The old foot cam not illuminating my feet very well tonight. It's because it's got black socks on a black background, isn't it? That's what it'll be. Lap 8. Tyres are looking okay, but we are losing pace on the boys at front. Slippery is in the lead, Bid Popper's in second. That is impressive stuff. What's good to see is all the guys pushing for the pole. That is really good to see. Lap 8. Fuel is coming down to 27-28%, I think. Oh, I can see it on the screen above me. I don't have to look down at the wheel and stretch my head round the corner. What am I doing? Got all these screens. I might as well use them, hadn't I? .9 laps remaining. Happy days. 45 minutes gone. Oh, we're going to be close, aren't we? Ah, funny you should say that, Scampster. Funny you should say that. Keep your eyes peeled. Watch out for something new. Big Popper's gone to the pits. JB's gone to the pits. They made those SAS softs last a long time. It's the fuel they're struggling with, I think. Maybe. I've tried to go motorsport orientated, so you just have to, it's a surprise when they arrive. Oh, flipping ding-dongs. Missed my braking point. First real mistake that isn't part of the plan, if you see what I mean. That was the first unforced error. But we're doing alright. That right front is holding together quite well. That left rear is not a happy bunchkin. It still looks like it's going to be a 3-stop, you know. We're always going to make mistakes. If we don't plan for mistakes, we're going to fail. We have to allow, don't we? If you live in a manufacturing world, you've always got the cost of quality. You've always got to measure your performance multiplied by your failure of quality. If you don't plan for failure, you're going to fail. And there's a manufacturing manager speaking. It's called OEE. We've got 1.5 laps remaining, so this has got to be the last lap. And it's 15 minutes. We don't have the fuel to go any longer, baby. And we're in 3rd place. I want the world to know. I didn't realise there's loads of people pitting. No, that's true manufacturing faults when we talk about Fanatec wheels, but good to have you again, Daniel. Welcome. Yeah, all sorted with work, mate. I can work from home on Tuesday, so drama as long as I keep a little eye on the help desk and the tickets will be fine. Yeah, if you're talking about operational excellence, you always account for failure. It's part of your quality cost. Right, don't forget to pit, Widow. It's pitting this lap. Taking all the fuel and all the milk, tyres. In this time, you haven't got the fuel to do another lap. Bad Barry's in 2nd. There we go, we're taking mediums because we can't make them last. Taking all the fuel. If you plan for mistakes and don't make any, you'll finish better than you anticipate. So we're dropping down. I expect to come out here somewhere like 10th place because there'll be a couple of people running long. Sam's already running long, but look at that. 40 minutes 51. We could get away with almost a 2-stop if we can just stretch one of the... We just leave room there for 420. He's going to make it through. And as I said, 10th place. JB is back with us. Oh, unlucky, mate. I can't see that in my mirror. So, if you want to go quickly, mate, that's your line if you want it. So I'm going to try and stretch this session just a little bit. I want an extra lap out of this session. Getting that extra lap out of this will take us past the 40-minute mark. And the mid part of the race is going to make us slower anyway, so we've got to try and do what we can. I don't want to make a pit stop for the last 3 laps. That would be just not helpful, to give up 20 seconds to take a set of tyres and fuel. I'm sure we can make up for that. There's JB just taking that penalty, and Helmet Racer's going to get us. Takes the tighter line. He's got a little bit of lag, so we're just getting a little bit of buffeting there, but not a problem. Yeah, it seems a bit unfair, doesn't it, not to have mirrors in the other views? If I can have a mirror here in bumper cam, I'm sure they should be able to put a mirror for like bonnet cam. It would make... oh shit! Excuse my shit, my wheel's locked up and it's reset. Nothing I could do there. Sorry, Helmet Racer. My wheel locked up. I had no pedals, no steering, no nothing, and it was full bore. Oh, crapola. I went for the brake and nothing happened. My wheel did a reset. That is just so frustrating. Oh, that makes me feel so bad. If I could have avoided him, I would have. I need to put that update on, don't I, tonight? I need to do that. I'll make it up to Helmet Racer. I just got locked in 6th gear, full speed. And BB, I don't know if I blocked him there, he's just giving me a bump draft, so... Thank you. You'll get the draft as I go through the penalty line, Mr. BB. I'll go to the left. Drive through me, my friend. We're away again, 12th place. Yeah, I couldn't avoid him. I just couldn't turn. What I could have done is I could have put the update on before I raced, couldn't I? If the update's going to do anything, and the only reason I raced without it is just in case it bricked my wheel or didn't do as it said. At least I had something, but... it was just full bore into there. It locked up on the straight, which is what I wanted it to do, but I didn't want it to lock up in the braking point. Also got the sound lag thing happening again, which is just frustrating. Yeah, supposedly it's just a hot fix, so you can just drop it on. Yeah, it's exactly the reason why I didn't do it, because I only found out about it at lunchtime today when I was reading the Fanatec forum. And right, now we've got to get the nose down. Where are we on fuel? 7.9. Okay, 7.9, and we've done 12. So add 8 to 13 is 21. That's the extra lap I need. But I need that fuel to stretch just a fraction more. .38 seconds off the lead. So I now realise and understand what it was when I went round that corner in Atlanta, where the car, when it come around onto the start-finish straight, where the car just shot off left. It was purely because the car shot off to the left-hand side. It went straight on. It was because the wheel froze. I realised that, having read what I read today. Oh wow. So Fat Man and Mr. Baller behind us. I just need this fuel to be what I want it to be. And then we're gonna sprint the last session. I did think about going 3 stops, so we're approaching the second pit stop window for all these chaps. The tyres are holding together. We're into the middle of the afternoon, not forgetting this is a 1-hour race with 6 times speed. I don't think so. So we've got 6 times speed. So if we started this late morning, it would be rough. That was somebody joining the room. So what was I saying before I yelled at somebody? Yeah, this is a 6-hour race in time-wise. So the race should end about 4 PM, so it's going to be the hot part of the day that the race is in. So I don't think tyre wear will get any better through the heat. The grip will be consistent and it'll be hot. So don't expect tyre fade like we got at Atlanta with the cold night. So kind of expected a race from like 7 PM till maybe 1 AM, so it would have got cold. So it's either this lap or the next one we're expecting people to pit, those that are on softs. No, the softs are just going to die and suffer too quickly. I can't go quick enough on the softs, and I shed them really quite quick. Now what I'm trying to do is skip a pit stop. There's pit stops between 23 and 28 seconds. So if I can skip a pit stop, I'll gain 28, which should be a good jump, but it depends what they're trying to do. I don't know if everybody's going to be able to stretch their fuel. We'll just have to see what we can do. At the next pit stop, I'm gonna change the fuel map. And we will run on fuel map 1 like we did the first stint and try and get some pace back in. We're dropping 1.5 seconds a lap at this point. But over 10 laps, that's only 15 seconds. So if you can understand, I'm going to try and save the pit stop and save 28 seconds. So we're going to gain 13 seconds, which will probably put me into the top 10, which if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, let's put that down to experience. If we can get a little bit out the car. Oh, we drifted through there. Notice with the reduced fuel wear as well, we're at 50% fuel, so I'm going to pump it back up to map 2 because we're on target for where we need to get to. I'd be struggling at about 7 or 8 laps on the soft tyres. I'd be bald. I think the mediums would be good. The mediums would be good on this stint because I've not given them the power. See, Helmet Racer already in. They're on their second stop. 420's just come out. We can see them in front. Or is that Big Popper? It looks like Big Popper. Telltale Skin and 458. And we're past the 29-second mark, so all the next races are going to be stopping at 20 minutes. We have got 5 laps of fuel left, which will take us to 22, which is 1 more lap than I wanted, but that might give us the extra benefit of fuel map 1 in the last stint. But we're going to have to take all the fuel, we're not going to save any. Sam's got the fastest lap of 1:47.59. They are actually scampy. The music rallies are really quite good. I only did the last 3 a couple of weeks ago to get the 100% completion thing, to get everything to 100% in the game, and those last 3 were really quite good. There was one around Grand Valley which was quite fun. Didn't really have to brake in that car, it just went into everything. Ooh, car sliding. 420 Motorsport is out of the pits behind us. JB's gone to the pits, he was ahead of us. He got ahead of us once we had that pitting incident, didn't we? So 4.3 laps, we're good. We're good. We're on for our plan. We just let the car accelerate in first gear there. It really does drive out of that corner really quite well. It doesn't go into it as well as it comes out. Slippery Bandit goes to the pits on an unusual strat, somewhere between what we were thinking he was going to do. Big Bad Barry goes in as well, not a lot of distance between them. Going to try and hang on the slipstream as much as we can. Fuel map 2, we've got 3.5 laps. We only need to do 3 laps, so I'm going to go up to fuel map 1 now. That's lap 19. We'll see if we can start to back into the 151s. watch that fuel a little bit. I'll look all the way up there, which is difficult in itself. Picks up a penalty from that straddle. Didn't quite straddle that sausage to perfection. We managed it because of all that sausage straddling we did on Sunday night. The back end starting to move about that left rear tyre. That left rear tyre is just giving it a move. Yeah, there's cars I'd never normally drive in that music rally. Except the Corvette's in one of them, isn't it? The old Corvette. And that was a car I drove around Alsace quite a bit. 420's going back, but he was quick enough away from there. I'm not going to get past him here. I could try and charge, but might benefit from a bit of a whiplash draft here. 2 more laps for us. He's not got the speed, he's just got the legs. Look how quick he's going. I'll show myself and then he'll just disappear now. I'm going to brake on the 150 because we're going rather quickly. I reckon I'm running much more downforce than these guys are. Put the pressure on, but I'm not going to get there, so I'm going to brake on the 150. Got the run on him there. I haven't got enough to get up the inside, I don't think. I haven't. I kept my nose in when I probably shouldn't. I probably should have kept that away, but if I can just take his speed away from him by upsetting his output from the corner, which I didn't manage to do, then he's on brand new tyres as well, so Big Bad Barry's gone to the pits again. Why is he on 0? That's weird. He'd only just pitted. He was in the pits a lap ago though. Oh, 420 just. Oh, was he? Did I misrepresent a 420 driver? I probably did. My mistake. I've got 1 lap to go before the pits. He's taken a different line this time, 420. That's clever. This is my in lap then, so this is the one we've got to pit on. And look at that, the time wise we're just at the 20-minute mark, so we haven't borrowed as much as we thought we had. And I've probably caught myself a penalty there from turning in too hard. Yes, there, 3 seconds. Look at that. That's a kick in the frenouils. That is. Oh my lord. Three seconds for that minute clip. You can see how quick it was. I was only 1/4 of a second up on my fastest lap. That's shocking. That's how tight that is. 3-second penalty for that tiny little cut. So you've got to think that's the second unforced error, plus the third one, which was the lock-up, plus the fourth one, which was the mixed entrance. Yeah, there's enough. We'll stop listing them. Need to change these tyres. That back left is gone for a Burton. Oh dear. We're only 3 seconds ahead of Helmet Racer. Tight as a duck's proverbial, yeah, we know about that. Helmet Racer lost it round there. So this is planned stop 2. And that's our last stop. So we're going to take the mediums. Where are we in? We're less than 20 minutes. That's great. We're going to take all the fuel. Then we're going to drive all the way to the end. Down at 12. Now, we're anticipating pit stops from people in the next 5 minutes. So when we get to the 19-minute mark, JB's just slid past. If we get to the 15-minute mark, there should be lots of pitting happening between the... Oh, that's Mr. Ball just slid past as well. We'll not cut that entrance again. Sam's into the pit. That gives me a little bit of respite against the lap, doesn't it? Oh, thank God for that. 19 minutes to resist the lapping. I can't see that happening. I want to be quicker, but I want to be error-free, so let's just give ourselves the best opportunity. There was a mumbled series of swear words there. I won't repeat them. I could feel the pain in every one of them though. Oh, Mr. Ball, he had a penalty. That's such a gutter. And BB, I'm not going to be able to catch. He's pitted. Yeah, me too. I even went to fuel map 3 at one point. So Mr. BB is very, very quick in that GT500 car. We're going to try and do some catch-up though. If we can. Either managed to pull away from us, which is great to see. He's running quickly. So, looking to the front of the pack, Sam is there out in the lead, 1 minute 21 ahead of me, which is only gives me 30 seconds buffer. He's not going to pit again. I don't know whether he's on softs. I think he might have taken the medians. Slippery is having an exceptional race in second place. I don't think he knows Tottenham are 3-0 up at City, does he? I don't think he's seen the score. If he's just heard me, he's reached for his phone, and that's dead unfair of me, but there we go. Seb, 420 in third, and that's all I can see at the top. So Seb was very, very patient in getting through the field. Oh, go and get your brakes, Scampster. Get your ravioli and chilli sauce, mate. Enjoy. Mr. Ball has been overtaken by Fat Man. Fat Man is up into 13th behind us. These laps are rolling off. I can't remember doing the rest of the circuit. I remember coming around there. That was an incredibly slow lap though, 152. And Big Popper's broke away, hasn't he? He's I saw him earlier, but haven't seen him since. So we're coming into the pit window for the 3-stoppers, for those people that have 3 or about to 3-stop. Most people are probably doing a long 2-stop. I don't know. Don't know whether we're going to get any advantage from that, or whether I was just dreaming. Just making things up to my brain to make it think that we've got an advantage. I have no idea. So there's Heathen. I can see him. He's 9 seconds ahead. It's about 8, I'd say. So nobody's gone to the pits, I don't think. Helmet Racer and Heathen are ahead. So I've had 7 seconds of penalties this race, which would put me up there with Helmet Racer. And I owe Helmet Racer, I think, don't I? I do owe Helmet Racer, so it looks like we're going to stay in 12th here. Disappointed? Yes. Was it an expected result? Yes. So there is people there. They are pitting on the approximate time between 15 and 10. But I think the people I'm racing are I think are on the mediums. And how come you took 100 fuel? How come Slippery took? Can't believe Slippery went to 100% on fuel. He didn't fill up all the way. Surely not. That's what it showed. So JB's in. He's just getting fuel now. He's gone 86%. He's just going to come out now. On softs, he's going to be quicker than me. We're going to see him appear. There he is. I've got 6.7 laps of fuel left. I'm gonna struggle, I think. Don't know how much JB took, I've forgotten. JB's coming like a big man. We've got Heathen down to 7.9. We've got to keep track of that. He bump drafted me. Because he's done that, I'm going to give him the inside line. It's only fair. He's so much quicker out the draft. Look, I'm going to brake early. Let's see if... I can't let JB walk away with that. I can't let him walk away with that. Sam, is that Sam? No, it's not, it's 420. Is that Sam? No, I'd be getting blue flags, wouldn't I? Just turning that fuel map up makes a massive difference on how the car squirts out the corner. I can't hold him though, he's with me, he's so much quicker. He's so much quicker. Oh, down to 12th place, that's frustratingly disappointing. I'm going to move over so I don't punt him. This was the season I was supposed to really start to excel in this car with this new rig. I think we can really focus on next season now, thinking about where we're going to with this league is all about setting up for the Le Mans race. I want everybody to know that the big race on the 15th and 16th of June is open to anybody who wants to enter. If you are listening, watching and you don't know anything about what we're doing, please look up the video for Le Mans 24 hours. If you want to take part in that race, there are 7 seats available, or 7 team slots should I say. And we're going to have a 4-hour race at Spa a week on Saturday. I'm going to be streaming that live on the GT Amiga channel on Twitch. So if you aren't already aware, I am a sponsored affiliate. I'm an affiliate sponsored by GT Amiga. Is that the right phrase? I'm an affiliate of GT Amiga. So I've got a discount code called Widow, WIDDOW. There's the fastest lap of the race for me. In the shadow of Sam's fastest lap, of course. The shadows are really messing with my braking point down there. I can't see it anymore. And Sam's blue flags are now approaching. I've got 4 laps to keep him behind me. Is that going to be a thing? I've only got 3.9, so I've got the perfect amount of fuel. But am I going to keep him behind me? It's his ambition, his mission to lap me every race. And it's my ambition to not let him. But there's a class difference. He's first class, I'm peasant class. We've got to work on that and make sure we can get quicker. Because that's the next year really with Gran Turismo, is me working out how to get as quick as I can be. It's just working out what's right and what's wrong and how to do it. At the minute, a lot is wrong. should have been in second gear entering that first corner. But we've got a queue, we are catching up. 3.3, there's going to be 3 laps left when we enter this. Somebody's running slowly, that's Az. Not had his favourite race, I don't think. He was on the boil a couple of races ago, and he seems to have just fell foul of the wrong side of luck. But we'll see where we go. Now we've got to catch up these boys. We've got to see if we can not overshoot the corner. Sam comes into view. Oh, 420 just picked up a penalty. That'll frustrate him. I can actually see Sam now. 420 is trying to get past Heathen. That was a bit of a long reach from back there from what I saw. That wasn't really a passing move. He just seemed to want to go side by side with him, which probably a bit desperate at this stage. I know he wants to go fast, he's got that penalty. But 420 Motorsport, 2 cars behind you. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, you deaf twonk. So it's 2 laps left at this point. 2 laps left. I've got 2.0 laps of fuel absolutely on the nose left, which is where I don't need to push the limits quite so much. The car's feeling slidey. The left rear is feeling it, and the 420, Mr. Heathen's feeling it as well, isn't he? The left rear, when the Porsche goes, the left rear is gone. They're all coming charging past me now. I'm going to try and hug in the drafty, but I think I'm going to be the one that's going to lose out. Oh, they're punching and shoving each other now. Oh, that was dirty. 420 Motorsport should give up that place. That was foul. That was really, really dirty. You should give that up. There was no room for an overtake there. None whatsoever. Hey, Variety Gamer. Admittedly, Heathen was closing the door, but he was only a bumper wide. He shouldn't have forced his way in there. That wasn't an appropriate passing point, and that's not the first time he's done that. I've seen the second time he's done that, but then that put 420 Heathen in front of me and blocked me off the circuit, so I lost 2 places because of that. Because I should have gained 2 places. But hey, At the end of the day, it's racing. We'll sort that out at the end of the day. I'm 100% sure that he'll pick up penalties from his group. Yeah, I know, he's been desperate to get past, so... He should have given that place up and waited for 420, Heathen. I wasn't going to be able to resist Sam. The clock's done. Back end's drifting all over the place. My rear tyres are cooked. I know he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be defending you, but... I'll raise it with them, because that's not right. You shouldn't be blocking the lead car. That's out of order. Well, that's put a little bit of a tarnish on the end of the race. That was unfair. But only Slippery Bandit managed to keep on the pole. Did he? Slippery's not been lapped, has he? Everybody else is a lap down because they haven't managed to complete that lap. So, yeah, we're all right for Variety Gamer. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you dropping in to say hello. We'll take that up after the race. There's no drama. Whilst I was a bit vocal, I shouldn't really be that vocal, but I didn't appreciate that. That's the second time I've seen that sort of manoeuvre. Not really fair, not really right, but we'll pick that up. And maybe he was just having a bit of fun with Sam, but that's not what we should be doing. We should be racing to the end. And if they've got the blue flags, you should give up and let them go, but shouldn't really be blocking. But it is a bit of fun, and that's where we are. 11th place, disappointing outside the top 10. Think I could have been further up. But, hey-ho. Next week we're at Spa. Yeah. So there we have it. Let's look at the results. The one called... So Sam wins it quite easily by the look of it. Look, 50 seconds up on second place. Thank you, mate. Cheers, Daniel. 5:45 AM in Perth. Dear man. So yeah, good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much. Big Papa has the screenshot, so everybody, if you want to save the race, do so now, please. I'm just going to run through the results. So as I say, Sam finished in first, Slippery second, and then if we look at fastest lap, Sam takes the fastest lap, 1:47.491. We then are into a glut of the 420. Look, BB finished in fifth. That was tremendous. But BKR 420M in third place. Seb in fourth. Probably disappointed for Seb. He looked like he was going to be so more committed. A very patient driver, Seb. Thank you very much for your patience with me earlier. BB in fifth. Big Bad Barry. So quick in that Supra. And I was running with Big Bad Barry at one point. Maybe my stint of... Fuel Map 2 and Fuel Map 3 really did affect me there. Big Popper up into 7th place, which is a great result from where he started. Helmet Racer in 8th, good first race for him. JB did well in 9th, considering he was grunting and chuntling earlier in the race. Had a bit of an incident. Yep, started 9th, finished 9th, but can't be bad. 420 Motorsport, bit of a cloud there at the end, but we'll address that. Me, a miserable 11th. Heathen 420 Motorsport took out on that final corner. Probably should have seen him up in 10th place, to be honest. And Fat Man in 13th. Struggled with a bad car all race. Mr. Ball, pretty in pink, but right there at the back. And as I saw running, did not finish, which is a shame. Again, an unhappy lapper. And there you have it. Save it all, folks. A good little race all told for the guys at the front, I think. For me, personally, I don't know where I need to forget. I don't know what I need to improve. The next one is going to be... The next race is here on Friday, which is going to be the GR1s. Then next week, we're changing the league schedule. We're going to Spa next week, not Suzuka. So next week... It's true, actually. Oh, public lobby and ACC, yeah, it's mighty. More right foot, less left foot. It's absolutely right. That's what I need to do more of, isn't it? That's exactly right. So, it's what is it? It's a good weekend to get into it then, my friend. Mrs. Widdowmaker? Nah, mate. Mrs. Widdowmaker wouldn't be watching. She's gonna be in kitchen. Hey, 420 Motorsport. Appreciate your rating. I know you're gonna look at that and you're gonna review it. So thank you very much, 420 guys. Oh dear, it's just gonna be filth, gentlemen, filth, absolute filth. It's gonna be filth. So, whilst those guys are chatting about my missus, and I'll turn the foot cam and chat off because we don't need that here, do we? Just get confusing. So. Not overly impressed with the last couple of laps. 420 are going to review it anyway. They do every time they go for a chat in their lobby. There'll be some feedback on what happened there, and I'm sure Chris will be around in a bit. He'll join and we'll have a chat about it. But gentlemen, whilst you're chuntering, can I change the lobby over to GR1s?
Yes.
Excellent. And has anybody checked the football score? It was 3-0 to was it 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0 in the end.
Tottenham rolled over, eh? Well, there, would you have it? Well done. Right. I'm going to change the server settings, guys, so if you haven't saved the replay now, I'm afraid I can't be responsible for my actions. There was language there, language that would be audible on the stream. Just chill out, man, chill out. So we're changing over to Friday's setup, and this is where we have a little bit of a run. I'm only seeing 3. I'm going to have a little quick bit of a refresh on my screen here, because I'm only seeing 3 likes. I got 14 likes. That's so much better. Thank you very much for you out there. That's appreciated.
Who did he take out?
Who?
You should have stopped there, man. Jesus.
Oh, we've got a video clip from the start of the race, so let's have a look. Sam's going through the video now, and he's going to post little things. So he's coming past me. This is the view from. Yeah, that's. Does that give you the right of way to move up the inside there? Was Heathen out of order? From my position, I was behind there. I thought Heathen had the right to come over and take that apex. I don't think I don't think 420 Motorsport was in a position to make a pass there. He's not door level.
I think 420 could have made that pass if he could have kept tight to the apex. If he had the room to go in, but his mistake was he was coming in too fast and he hit the side of Heathen. So he had to give that place back.
Wilkie says, was no rollover. They rolled over, mate. You beat them 2-0. They rolled over. They let you win. I'm just going to say that because I'm an Arsenal fan and I've got to justify that for the end of the season. Tottenham, they went full kipper, rolled over. They should have beat you. And I didn't see the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Heathen's corner. I don't see that as a legitimate pass there. And don't forget, I'm the car behind this watching it, and that messed me up as well, so that gave me an issue. Yeah, he wasn't tight to the apex, was he? He wasn't on that curb. And that just seemed like a last lap sort of desperation pass, frustrated pass. But if we go back to, say, lap... What did you do, 33 laps, Sam? If we go back to lap 25, you've got... Yeah, but if you go back to lap 25, you'll see 420 Motorsport behind Heathen after the pit stops. And he does exactly the same going through the two Lesmos. He gets almost sort of side by side, not far enough. So, I don't know if there's some... Is there some heat between those two guys? New guy versus older guy in the league? In the team? I'm not sure, but didn't seem a clean pass. That's my reverse beepers. Oh, so I didn't put my new skin on, but I did download it. JB knows that. But I'll do that for Friday. I'm going to change car. We'll go to the car we're going to use. Oh, who did he clean up? Do you want to put a little 60-second video clip in the chat? Just a 60-second clip of that first incident, yeah. If you could, that'd be really grateful. It'd be really good. So Mr. Zach has come in. I'm sure it was Wilkes. I'm sure it was. I was just playing along. And knowing your true blue, not wanting to add any icing to your cake that you're already making for Sunday, because the season is pretty much over now. Who've we got? Crystal Palace. You've got West Ham. West Ham ain't gonna. We got Everton. Everton at home. Bag of toffees, and they've got Crystal. Because it's important, JP. We don't usually allow the chat of football on the stream, but today it's a different matter. We're losing. It's all done. My boss, my big boss at work, is an Arsenal fan, and he goes to every game. Yeah, let's have a look. So this is what I was seeing ahead of me. So this is Sam in front of us. On the right hand side is 420. Sam is leading the race, clearly leading the race. He's a whole lap ahead, and the gentleman on the right hand side is abusing the blue flag rules, and that needs to be addressed, because that's not how you race the leader of the race when he's a lap ahead of you. You don't do that. That's even if you're coming to the end of the race and you want to stay ahead. The leader of the race had, for a whole lap, had stayed behind a battle, and that gentleman shouldn't even have been there with what happened in the previous corner. So I'm probably being a bit strong, but you have to be at this point. This isn't the level of racing we're used to. Oh. What do you mean, yes, Dad? Thank you for subscribing, Shakti. Welcome to the channel. We won't focus on 420 too much. And I think Marcus Slippery Bandit is just about to put a video in. He's gonna... Oh, it's processing. This is good to have this fed in. This is great. And I do have to apologise to Helmet Racer for my pounding of his back door. That was not intentional. Yeah. And I didn't say hello, Almighty Dutch. I apologise. Yes, it was Heathen's Corner. We'll just leave that to process a moment. So, yeah, but it wasn't really any danger, was it? I don't think. Not to me, anyway. I saw it coming. Yeah. The shadows had started to creep across the track, hadn't they? From the tall trees. The sun was just coming round. That was difficult. The last 5 or 6 laps was really... Well, probably last 9 laps was really difficult with the shadows. But it's something I'm always conscious of at this particular circuit, is the amount of catch-up speed you get when you're in the draft. It's unbelievable how much braking, how much more braking you need. But what I couldn't believe is people like Seb, and this isn't a derogatory point, but Seb was braking so late from such a high speed that he was outbraking me and getting into the corner wholly before I could. So that's just a level of talent. So, has it come up yet? Cool. So this is... What, after touching the grass? We'll have a look. Ah, right, so who's that on the grass? That's... Oh, yeah, so he's... Yeah, and come round, yeah. He's not overtaking there, that's... He was a passenger there, wasn't he? He was a passenger. Definitely. Yeah, that puts him right to the back, doesn't it? 15th place. So he's done alright from there. That's... You're never going to be... 2 stop mediums. So I think he's a passenger. Once he's got down that left-hand side, he's not in control of that. That's... You can put that on the driver for being in that position. It's the first run down the corner. So he probably could have got on the gas, probably could have got on the brakes before getting alongside. But he was in... What position was he in there at that point? He's in 8th place. 8th place, and purely because of where he's sliding, he gets into... Yeah, that's not right, that thing on the left. So... So yeah, that's just unfortunate. I don't think that really was... It was just an incident, wasn't it? It was a racing incident. He's got in the wrong position. He's moved to the left. Good evening, punks. He's just got the car in the wrong spot. So I can't go and look at the replay. I can't show it you because the server's up. But let's see where we go on these. Is this going to be softs? And let's see how long the tyres last. I think they're going to last way longer than the fuel, aren't they? So... Have you posted a video, JB? I haven't seen it. There wasn't one there. Ah, it's just appeared. Well, I didn't see it. I wasn't looking for it. If you tell me, I can see it. Blooming knobhead. So what videos he posted that he's miserable about? Doesn't even tell us. He's hunting down BB. There it is. So that's JB blocking out BB. And then what happens here? What are we watching? What was that about? Oh, he's just showboating. Oh, he was showboating, look. So from an overtake in 11th place he's proud of. He finished above me, I mean, can't fault that. I was in front of him at the time though, look. And BB finished in 5th. So, hey up mate. Now here we go, we're going to get some feedback from Chris. Yeah. You only wrecked my race for a second race, mate. That didn't go down well. That was greeted with silence. You're right, Chris. Yeah, all right. I was just commenting on that last lap incident. A little bit unfairly treated you there, pal. Ah. Yeah. So what the situation was, we had Sam behind us not wanting to interfere with our race. He was telling us on the mic that he wasn't going to come past us and let us have that incident. 420 had his penalty spent. And then 420 then goes on from that incident and continues to race Sam, the leader of the race, with blue flags, which is a little bit bizarre. I don't know why he'd choose to do that, whether he was just pissed or whether he was... I don't know, it's a little bit unusual after what we've experienced the last couple of races. So, have they? Blue Haze sent a video clip. Purely just a racing incident, as we've discussed. I'm sure if there was turn 1 was just purely a racing incident. Yeah. You're... The turn 1 was nothing could be done. That was just a driver issue. So this is Sam's view. I'm going to put it out there. I don't see how Heathens and 420's incident was a racing incident. That's not a racing incident. You weren't alongside the guy, so you should have backed out. Maybe we have different standards between different groups, maybe. I'm not sure. But this is the problem with communicating via chat. It's not the best medium to use. So this isn't you posting this then, Sam. So you're coming down to turn 1. This is the turn 1 incident. You've bumped 420 a couple of times. That's what it's... Ah. Well, there will be another viewpoint on that, I think. And I'm not pointing the finger at you. There's a viewpoint from the general consensus going into turn 1. It's already started. It's already started there with Seb and BB. So that's... I 100% agree that there's chaos in front of Sam. But I think the major point here is everybody knows that turn 1 is coming up. And people should be leaving so much more room. But I don't think that incident, I don't think Sam and 420 coming together should lead to retaliation at the end of the race, if that's what it was. There's no justification for that at the end. But I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying the start of the race is always going to be a mess if people don't give each other room. So let's have a look at that one. So this is Borley, is it? Oh, crapola, I hate this. I just want that thing to go off the screen. It's not me. That's on the video, isn't it? I hope you stopped and let him back on the track. Yes, he did. Oh. Mine in Heathens was purely just a racing incident. I don't kind of agree with that. Do you know how I know it wasn't? Do you know how I know it wasn't? Because you stopped and waited. But we can all have these discussions. The only time I will take action against it, and these are personal opinions, is if I receive a message saying there was an incident between me and thee and I'd like you to look into it. So this is purely just discussion. You can have an opinion as much as you like. I can have opinion as much as you like. But I don't generally think that that's kind of a racing incident, because that racing incident cost me distance and time. That kind of coming together shouldn't be considered acceptable. You didn't have a perfect position to get past the guy at that corner. It took 2 seconds, it took less than a second to lift and let the guy that had the racing line have the racing line. We're online racing as friends. We're choosing to race together, not crash together. And you shouldn't be going door to door to get past people, because it's a no contact sport, in my opinion. But the moment you get to the point where you allow door-to-door contact and then just scattering people off the track, you turn the race into chaos, because everybody will do it. So, my opinion only. In iRacing, that would have been a 4X on both drivers. So it's not really a racing incident, it's a punishable incident. But if we choose to punish it, we don't enjoy the racing, so that's the way it goes. And I appreciate people might be watching the stream, but it's my point of view, so. Right, we'll go and see if we can put a lap in. Battery's going to die on this thing, isn't it? Marcus has been out looking at videos. The car is just bogged down as you come out of there in first gear. Bogged down incredibly. I suppose there would be another point of call, another point of argument there for it's Marcus. So if Chris had been more aware that the car was on the inside, would he have pulled across the line quite so much? Maybe, maybe not. Chris did say he wasn't aware he was there, he thought it was me. I was clearly 3. No, Chris, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not. I'm talking about the incident and trying to put into perspective the emotions and positions of the driver. You've got one driver who's just given up some penalties, who's frustrated. He's obviously quicker. He's flown past me quite quickly, and he's coming to a corner that's big and wide. But the entrance to Curva Grande is tight. And there probably is, at race pace, only room for one car if you cut in the apex. Different in online racing, probably, and at the end of the day, I'm trying to put a reasonable argument forward to say that no, there was a couple more. Yeah, if you look at it that way, there's 5 videos. If you take turn 1 out of it, no, there's one where I absolutely mullered somebody in turn 1 at the chicane because my steering wheel bugged out. And I've got to take some responsibility for that. But all I'm trying to say is just because 2 people agree it's a racing incident because they both made mistakes doesn't mean to make it a racing incident. There was more people involved in that than just those 2 people. I saw somebody taking the race in line and somebody kept their nose in on a corner. It doesn't entitle you to the corner by being a nose beside a back bumper. That's not what we're used to. He was so much quicker 420 that he didn't have to be there, and he didn't have to do that to get that place back. He'd have had him at the next corner. And I suppose this is also the most vocal I've been after a race about incidents I've seen. But it peed me off because it messed my last 2 laps up. I got involved in an incident that I was trying to keep away from. I'd already said and given up the fact that I wasn't going to get past these 2. I'd already kept 2 car lengths between me and Heathen, and the next thing you know, I'm ramming Heathen off the track because he's been unceremoniously dumped in front of me. So I guess I've got a gripe. I've got a reason to have a gripe, but is my point right? Probably not. I'm just pissed. You would only unlap yourself and fight the leader if you've got permission from the leader to do it. You can't. But you don't block the leader from the racing line. Yeah, so just for the people that are watching, and I apologise for going quiet, I was just listening to a chat that's going on at PSN. We're just disseminating the race, we're just breaking it down, talking about it, and the group are talking about it, and passions run high, don't they, after racing, and you've got to get that out of your system at some point. So, and the bit that is a shame, and it probably won't come across on air, but it's a shame that the 420 guys keep to their team chat rather than joining the race chat, and it's a shame we don't have it's a shame that we don't have a bit of a conversation. But it's not a team event as far as I'm concerned. This is the whole reason for the 420, the whole reason for the Widdowmaker League was to take a group of guys who didn't enjoy lobby racing to a point where they got to enjoy racing again and race together, and race not necessarily for fun, but we've been racing in competition for 6 leagues now. We've had a competitive team of guys join us that are very, very quick, and I suppose it's an adjustment thing. We are not a race team, we're a league race. We are a group of guys who didn't know each other beforehand, and we're not here to not enjoy the racing. I'm not saying we don't want the 420 guys around, I'm not saying that. It's a different, yeah, it just needs to be tidier racing. It just needs to be a little bit more accepting that just because people haven't got 420 on their skin, or they have got 420 on the skin, you're not supposed to be racing for that last element. We're not winning trophies, we're enjoying racing. And if that's not competitive enough for the 420 guys, and I'm talking about individuals, I'm not talking about the 420 setup, then I'm afraid that's not what we do. We're not here to be that competitive team. We are a race league. And I suppose that's probably where the first signs of difference come about. So it's great to have 6 or 7 guys from a group come and join us. It is superb, but it's yeah, the aggressive driving thing is fine, but you've got to see it from the other side, is that we're not here just to race and let people past us. When you know you're not that fast, you've got to let people go. You know, when there's no point fighting for a corner you can't win. Get faster through time, get faster through practice, get faster through that, but you're not gonna win any prizes by taking people off on corners and chuntering off down the track. It's not appropriate to do that. You wouldn't get away with that at the Formula 1 track, certainly not. And it also wouldn't be considered a racing incident. That's not at all what we're here to do. So yeah, that was murder. I saw it as murder right from the start. You don't put your car in a place and just say this is mine. That's a Max Verstappen attitude, and that's not how we like to race. It's an iRacing situation, and I don't want to return to that. iRacing is all about getting on the apex first, and if you're on the apex first, you've won the corner. Even if you have to drive through somebody to get there. I'll take my 4X, I'm fine. I haven't got 17, I'll live another day. And that's really, any 4X, you should be in the pits for a 5-second stop. You shouldn't get 17 X's before you're actually brought to court. My opinion. Yeah, my opinion only. It does feel a little bit like Widdowmaker League versus 420, and I don't really want that feel to it. I appreciate they've got their tags on, but when there's, and I don't know if they're listening to the chat. I could tell there was nobody in the chat because I looked to see if there was nobody in, so they didn't know what we were saying, and we also don't know what they're saying, which again brings up a little bit of yeah, I know, but I don't want you to feel. I don't want you to feel like you're the intermediary. I mean, they might have the stream on in the room. They might be listening to that. They might be hearing what I'm saying, but it's a public league. It's not a team race, is what I'm trying to say, and it can't become a team race. It's an individual race. It's an individuals league. What are you trying to say, Borley? Spit it out. Big Papa doesn't join the PS party to chat. No, he doesn't. He finds it annoying. He doesn't like to hear all the voices and all the noise, the chuntering. He doesn't like that in his ears. He doesn't want to hear it. So I can't force people to do it. I can't force people to be in the chat. All I want is a little bit of consideration for other, and I see plenty of it. I'm just. Oh. If that 420 consensus, then they don't know racing. Now, I'm not suggesting that, and it's a great point you raised, Dutch. It's I'm not trying to highlight the fact that they don't have the etiquette. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to suggest that whilst we like to race, we are probably overly fair, and we're not a seamlessly strict place to race. We want fair, even competitive racing without door banging, and by that I mean maybe it feels like what I'm trying to say is if you come up behind somebody and you're not going to make the pass, don't put the wedge in. Don't force the issue. Don't. We used to have a guy that raced with us called Roger, genuinely lovely guy. All Roger wanted to do, because he was fast, all Roger wanted to do was be in front of the car in front, and it didn't seemingly matter to Roger how he got there. And Roger can come and have a chat with me, and we'll have that conversation, and he knows why he left. He knows why he left our racing, and JB's gonna embellish this with flowers and roses and make it what he wants it to be. But Roger wanted to go on and be competitive and be a better racer. I get that, and when you get into the daily race lobbies, that's how you have to race. That's not how we race. We don't race to the point of putting your nose in to hold apart a track. If you're not going to get past on the corner, you're not getting past. Get past at the next corner or on the straight. His car was clearly quick enough, the incident I'm talking about, for him to get past. It's one position. What's the difference between 11th and 10th? When you've put somebody off the track and the car behind that was not involved in the incident, is what I'm trying to say. It's you know, it's no. No, it's a conversation. Somebody said, Steve, that maybe everybody should be made to join the chat, and I'm saying no. We don't have that enforced rule. Certain people don't join. So, say again. Not you, no. Exactly. So just to give you the whole picture, Steve, I'd suggested that there was nobody from 420 in the chat, but I know they're in their own 420 chat. And it was starting to feel like the 420 versus Widdowmaker Racing situation. They're all in their chat, we're all in our chat, and that's not what I want. I don't want one team versus... I don't want 420 versus Widdowmaker. That's not what it's about. Not whilst I'm on the stream, if that's all right. If they don't want to be here, they don't want to be here. I'd rather have that chat out the way, but all I'm trying to say publicly is this is not what we've done for the last year. So... I don't think it is, I'm just talking about it, and I don't usually do that. So we'll move on from that, and we'll just put it behind us. Yeah. Appreciate that, Scampy. Appreciate that. What I just don't want to happen, what I don't want to see happen, is this killer instinct start with people that suggest that you can put your nose up the inside of somebody and just drive on without any care in the world and just say, racing incident. There was 3 people involved in that incident, and my position wasn't considered when somebody called it a racing incident. It's a racing incident that I got cleaned up because of it, because of 2 people having an incident. But the point is that that one car shouldn't have driven up the inside and then not thought about the person who took off. So you've just had a racing incident with somebody, a person who was not involved in that gets cleaned up, and you're driving off into the sunset, when actually what you should have done is you should have stopped, consolidated that, and got those 2 people you wrecked the race off back on the track and in front of you. Have another go at making the pass and make it clean this time. This isn't racing in a real life environment where racing incidents happen and there's $1,000 prize at the end of it. This is people's enjoyment time of enjoying racing. Clean it up is my point. You know, there's a chat going on in the group about people learning to drive around each other, and that's what needs to happen, and that's what we've done over the last year. And it's not going to happen for everybody to just I'm not going to look at it on the stream.
No, I don't think it's that bad. I have the right to unlock myself at that point, which is what.
No, I don't. I don't think you have the right to unlap yourself if you block the lead car. That's not right. Yeah, that's not how we race. That's effectively what I'm going to say. Is is there's 3 laps. I've seen it. I saw it twice in the race, and if they want me to make a video of it and highlight it, I will. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to just say is give people space, give people room. You're in 10th or 11th place. What does unlapping yourself matter? You know, I appreciate you might be pissed that you've had a shit race, but don't wreck it for everybody else. And Sam today backed away half a lap before, saying I'm going to let you guys race. To a degree, Scamps, yeah, especially when you're 11th or 12th. What we've got is just different standards about what a race is, and yeah, Sam's just explaining that point. You can probably hear it, but yeah, he's interfering with a race car at that point. It's that's right, and that's I think where I think part of the problem lies. The makeup of Widdowmaker Racing is not about winning the race. It's about it is to a degree. It's I don't want to make it a 420 motorsport deal. It's not. It's just about understanding what makes fair racing, and we're not going to drive around with bubbles on saying you can't touch me, you can't touch me. But if you can't overtake somebody without smashing them off the track, don't do it. You knew he was going to come in and cut the apex. Your nose being level with his bumper doesn't entitle you to that place on that track. It's exactly the same conversation as Lewis Hamilton and Max at Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton was not entitled to drive up the inside of Max. No matter what you say, it was exactly the same incident. And I don't agree that you can race the leader when you're lapped. I don't agree with that. And that's just different levels of expectation of what racing is. I'm not a professional racer, never will be. So I think we can agree that that's just about different expectations, different standards, different points of belief, different understanding of what we're here to do. And I'm not saying at any point I don't want to race with 420 motorsport. I'm just saying it's different understanding of what it is. Sam's just relaying to us his experience of the top class lobbies. It's good to hear. No, I want to win, scamp. I want to win. I'm a winner. I don't sleep at night if I'm not winning. Christ, I haven't slept for a year, man. I haven't slept for a year. What is your missus saying, JB? Oh, it's the dog. Sorry, I thought it was you. How much fuel have I got left? 15.5 laps. Has he? Let's put a video up.
I was going to say you might want to mute the stream. Oh, well.
Oh, he's... No, he's taken that out of context. No. Mr. Blue Haze, if you've got something to say, mate, take it in context. Watch the video, watch the stream, and listen to what's said. I don't appreciate that, pal. That's out of order, that's rude. That you've gone way beyond what is acceptable in the Widdowmaker Racing League. If you want to carry on that way, you're not welcome here. Alright, pal? You know what that is. If you watch the video, you watch what's going on, don't bring yourself to this racetrack again. You're not welcome. And that's my closing argument on it. You were out of order for that overtake, I'll tell you that now. And you were out of order for what's gone on with Sam. That now is the third point out of order. Don't come and race here again. Everybody that's watched this stream, and there were 17 people watching this stream, knew exactly what happened at that corner. And they also knew that I apologised instantly. And I will do so after the race. Don't come here again, pal. You're not welcome. And if that means... if you own the 420 Motorsport name and those guys that come with it and you don't want to bring them with you, don't come. You're out of order. You're not welcome. Goodbye. And that's cancelled that then, folks. That's brought that to a conclusion. 420 Motorsport. Yeah. Yes, you can, mate. It's just that one person that's not welcome. But I don't know who he is because he's got a different name. No. That was entirely stupid, Scampy. Exactly. Nah. No, that's not fair to do that. There was a whole... Nah. Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair to do that at all. Helmet. Yeah. It's our chat, it's my stream, I can say what I like. And I'll stand by what I've said. Yeah, exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And I'm also pissed because I got wrecked as a part of it. Hello, YIL2D. I don't know what else to call that. I said a lot, my friend. I said a lot. Yeah. We've just had a race. There was a bit of an incident. I gave my point of view, and somebody's reacted badly to it. And yeah, exactly. They know. If they'd have seen the stream, they know exactly what I've done and said, and what I would have said. But we've just turned into a bit of a bun fight, really, where I genuinely think, and I will say it openly now, I don't think I want a Widdowmaker League versus another league. I don't think that's where I want to be. I refused it a year ago. I refused it 6 months ago, and I've also had the opportunity with 2 other leagues to have it. I didn't think we were going to have a Widdowmaker League versus another league. I thought this was just a group of guys that were going to join. But I don't want that. I don't want that going forwards. That's not where I want it to be. So take it away, guys. Have a think about what you want to do. It's boiled over. 3rd race. I'm not happy with it. If it is what it is, enjoy, Steve. Yeah. There won't be a Royal Rumble on Friday. There won't be one. I'm not going to have a group of racers that I've not necessarily nurtured. That's entirely the wrong word. Given people the opportunity to get back into racing, to enjoy racing for what it is, and not become a group of people that like to win because they got to the line first. That's not what I've built. That's not what it's about. I won't AI race with a group of friends. Not doing it. No, but if I don't know who 420 Motorsport is as a person in terms of the name versus whatever, but I also won't slam that person with just misinformation. I won't do that. I was going off what I saw and how I felt about it, and just giving my opinion. What nah, I don't. I'm not up for that. I don't entirely approve of half the league going away and having a discussion about the other half of the league. I don't think that's right. So I'm going to stop that. I don't want that to happen. That's not what it's not an us versus them. And I think the standards are different between the 2 leagues, between the team and the league. I don't see it being worthwhile. I don't see it being a place of productivity. No, I don't. So not having it. I'll stand up for other people when they've been wronged, and I'll stand up for myself. I'll listen. Thank you, YL2D. Appreciate it. I'm happy to do that. So I'm a middle-aged, fat, grey old fella who got into racing 20 plus years ago on a G25. Sam. But I got out of racing 20 years ago because of life. And by racing I mean sim racing. 3 years ago somebody suggested that we get back into it on the PlayStation. I bought myself 6 years ago I bought myself a PlayStation wheel, and I got into Gran Turismo 5, I think it was at the time. And then 3 years ago somebody says, why don't you make something more of yourselves? Why don't we Middle-aged, I'm 50. Yeah, I'm old. Did I mean to say middleweight or am I heavyweight? I don't know. But with that, I started a YouTube channel, posted a couple of videos, a couple of people watched them. And that was, take care Sam, good night buddy. So then you've got, you're almost 40, well you're not far behind. My steering wheel's just gone again, on the straight, and it's managed to recover, brilliant. And that's what happened when I pumped that guy just at this corner. And that was not intentional, and as I said, it's one of those. But about me, I've got a YouTube channel, it's called Widdowmaker, as you know. There's 1,200 plus videos on there from GT7. Every license test is on there twice at least. You've got every circuit experienced, a way to beat every circuit experience. As a person who isn't great on the game at the time, I wanted to go out there and prove that gold was available to everybody with just a little bit of application. And from that, a group of guys got around and they said, why don't we do some racing? So let's race. So I opened a couple of lobbies over a couple of weeks, and then that group grew. We got enough people to get together on the league. And then a year later, because that was last February, March, here we are. And we're just having growing pains. We're just trying to make our way bigger. We're at the, well, let's just say there's certain people that have really enjoyed what we've done. They've grown with them, they've become exceptional drivers. I'm probably 10% better than I was. But so the league, I'll just have to ignore the devil in the other room that's chattering away. So the league is based over 6 weeks. There's 12 races, one on a Tuesday, one on a Friday. That league is 2 separate leagues because it's 2 classes. So at the moment we're kind of doing GR1 and GR4, but we normally run GR4, GR3. And over 6 rounds we work out the best 5 races that you have count for points. And at the end of the league we do a total up, and the winner is the winner. It was kind of declared at the start, first race, that people didn't want to earn a trophy, although I've got trophies, they're made and they're sat just up there. If we want to give trophies out, we can, because I'll 3D print them. They look a bit janky, but it's a trophy, it doesn't mean anything. I don't have to go and spend $50 on trophy or 50 quid on trophies for people to win them and have them stuck on the side. But we've enjoyed the racing, and we've just got to a point where we've encountered another group of guys who want to do something very similar, but they're far more serious about the event of racing than I am. So it is what it is, and it will be where it will be. I'm not here to chuck mud about. I just want to be able to enjoy racing and not have to disseminate from that and, you know, wreck other people's day. That's not what I want to do. I work 50 plus hours a week. I then come home and do this, and I'm not going to do this and have it feel like I'm doing my work. Not a chance. So this is what I've got to enjoy, and I'm not going to have that. So
Alice is still in the chat.
say again.
Who's been quiet tonight? Alice is still in the chat. Who's been quiet tonight?
Who is?
Alice.
As is fuming. As is pissed.
Evening, lads.
Who's that?
Evening.
Who's
How
that?
you doing? Is that JB, Mr. Widdowmaker?
Mate, yeah.
Who's
How
that?
you doing, Jim?
Who's that?
420.
420 Motorsport, Blue Haze.
How you doing?
Give me 2 minutes, mate. I'll close this stream and we'll have a chat. So, guys, I just need to have a chat. I know it's 5 to midnight. We usually finish at midnight. But I'm going to have this conversation offline. Appreciate it's for the right reasons. I've got a bit worked up. But we'll see you here Friday. That's my next stream time. I'm going to do a couple of videos the next couple of days. But we'll see you there. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next one. All the best.